All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, welcome to Minding Your Business. We're brought to you by the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce, and everybody who cares is AV Nice. And we think that's important. Today we had a great show lined up for you. We're excited about it. To begin with, we had a gentleman that we actually interviewed on AV Nice during the
Air show.
Yeah. And he stole the scene, man. He's great. So our first guest is Sergeant Michael Burd, and of course he has an entourage with him, and we'll learn more about them. But he's with the Air Force Sergeant Association. So Chris Spiker, take it away.
Thanks, Jim Greenleaf. Hey, Michael, welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
That was great to meet you at the LA County Air Show.
Oh, well, I already knew you had such a big reputation.
That's right. I'm walking around. You said, "Hey, you're that AV Nice."
And you had your bracelet on. I want one of those bracelets.
Yeah, and a friendship was made.
Absolutely.
So what does the Air Force Sergeants Association do?
So the Air Force Sergeants Association is a nonprofit. We help out in many ways, but the focus is to help preserve the benefits that the men and women in the military and their dependents work so hard for.
Introduce your guest.
So to my left here, I have Airman Tripodi. She's also out at Edwards Air Force Base. She's a huge advocate, and she is my airman advisor.
And we're going to pay her for a speaking part. So go ahead. Tell us where you're from.
Okay. Well, I'm Alexis, so he's already introduced me a little bit.
And you're a general?
Oh, I wish.
Oh.
Senior airman.
Senior airman.
Yes. I'm from Edwards Air Force Base. Work closely with Sergeant Burd in regards to AFSA, and I am the airman advisor, so I work hand in hand with the AFSA Council and the Airmen's Council, and I make sure that anything that's going on with the airmen I can bring to AFSA so that they can take it up to the next level and get all of our issues addressed.
And what's hometown for you?
New York.
And how did you choose the Air Force?
I always knew that I wanted to be part of the military. I wasn't sure exactly what branch. My father was in the Air Force, so he kind of talked me into it a little bit. But
And what have you heard about the history at Edwards?
there's a lot of history behind it. Lots of stuff that goes into it, secrets and things that a lot of people don't know about, so it's kind of cool.
So is it a great place to be stationed?
It's an interesting first taste.
Can we have one that you can't tell anybody?
Oh, one secret?
Okay, never mind. Do it. Never mind.
If she told you, she'd have to kill you.
Yeah, well.
Oh, we don't want that to happen. We really like having Jim around. So how long have you been at Edwards?
I've been at Edwards for almost 2 years now. So September will be my 2-year mark. And it's been a great experience so far. I really can't complain about much.
So people that are stationed at Edwards, there's a ladder that you're working on. So what's next for you?
Hopefully making staff sergeant. I'll be testing in about 8 or so months. Just making my way up in the ranks and hopefully becoming successful. Be a chief one day. We'll see.
Chief Petty Officer Lifer.
Yeah, well, so you have that decision to make, right? Are you going to do this the rest for your career?
I've thought about it, and I'm thinking about making it a career. I'd love to stay in for 20 years. Everything's been great so far, so.
Us people that make it to 40, we go, you've got a career and you're getting a check, and now you can go do something else. I mean, that's really something to consider. That's a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah. I'm excited about it, so we'll see where
So
it goes.
how do you help the Sergeants Association?
Well, basically, as Sergeant Burd mentioned, I am the airman advisor. So I try to address the issues between the airmen and kind of voice that and get that across to them so that they can take it to the next level and make sure that everything's being taken care of. But just being able to be a part of an organization that actually wants to preserve our benefits and make sure that we get what we deserve, it's a privilege, really.
Oh, and I met Michael the first time, I'm thinking, you have to fight for your rights in your military? It's just like, what is wrong with that picture?
Absolutely. She plays a big role, even bigger than what she mentioned. What she didn't mention was that she's also the president for the Airmen's Council here, which is called the First Four. And so how many airmen are there now in the dorms?
In the dorms alone, there's probably 250, 300.
So 250 airmen, just in the dorms, just on base.
So you're already a sergeant?
Practically.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah, and this will look good on your resume, right? Leadership roles.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like she's going to go away. It's not like she's going to go to a different country and enlist. It's not like that. She doesn't need a resume for that.
No, but you know, being promoted in the military is there's an aspect to it that you got to know people and you got to do the right things and cross your T's and dot your I's and, like, did I say know the right people, and you have to look good. So there's a little politics that goes on.
Well, Alexis is well on her way. She's definitely got a huge presence on Edwards Air Force Base.
Got a question for you. How can the community can help you guys out?
Well, basically, just anybody that's interested in helping us get those benefits that we deserve and that wants to be a part of AFSA, we would love to have you join, become a member. We have an awesome membership deal going on right now.
Well, let's hear it.
It's $25 and you have a 5-year membership. Normally it's $25 a year, so you're saving a lot of money there. And there's strength in numbers, so we really just need everybody's participation. We need everybody that wants to get involved to be involved so that we can be successful.
Now, are only dealing with the military here in the Antelope Valley, or by that I mean that are at the base? Or what if I'm a family member here and my sibling is having problems somewhere in the world? Can he come to you?
Absolutely, sir. We highly encourage anybody. You don't have to just be military. You can be retired. You don't have to be active duty, but we really do encourage anybody to get involved, try to be a part of our organization.
Gotta tell you, that's on my bucket list. Somebody called me sir. Never had it before.
You're going to be able to just, that's good for you now, right?
I'm done.
So you had someone else coming to join us.
Yes, Corey Bond. He is our communications trustee.
Well, I'm just thinking, you know, as we head out of the studio here, we're going to take a Facebook picture so everybody will be together.
Oh,
so
great.
We'll make it work.
Wonderful.
So why did you decide to join the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce?
So I was already following a lot of the great things that the Chamber of Commerce was doing, and you know, every 9 months to a year we would move, and the only way we could really get connected in a real quick way was to you know, visit the Chamber of Commerce, get the information for the community. So on the other aspect of that, as a nonprofit organization trying to do good things in the community and link ourselves with the community and commerce, the best way to do that is to join the Chamber of Commerce.
Wow. That's a great commercial.
That is.
And go to the air show.
And go to the air show.
You met a lot of people there.
We did. We got a lot of FaceTime with a lot of really great people who, like Alexis mentioned, had a big interest in helping us. Some of them had family and friends who were in the military, and some of them were just concerned citizens. When they found out that our benefits could be cut or demolished, that upset them. And that, I'm glad to hear that that upsets them. So when I tell them that it's their elected officials, the people that they elected, that are making these decisions, they realize that there was a need to get involved.
You know, since you're really involved in making it better, I don't know if this is not the territory to go to, but I'm going to ask anyway. What's your take on what's been happening with the military recruiters that just got taken out?
Well, I can tell you that that's, I mean, without hands down, that's horrible. But I'll tell you, the response, the outpouring of support is a beautiful thing. And, you know, sometimes it takes a catastrophe to bring a country together. We saw that during 9/11, and we're seeing it now. And, you know, it gives me goosebumps just to sit here and talk about it. But, you know, that it gets you, you know, those tears in your back of your throat, because you feel bad. You know, these people serve their country proudly, these heroes, and they've deployed, and then they've come back to continue to serve, and they didn't, you know, they were in harm's way, but yet they come back to their country, and this is where they're killed. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Chris, where'd you go?
I'm trying to feel safe here. I'm trying to feel safe in this radio station and how important it is to be able to assemble freely, to have the freedom of assembly like we did this morning, and
Absolutely.
say the Pledge of Allegiance and be able to enjoy a meal together. It's a privilege, and it's a hard-fought privilege. So I guess that just brings a little closer, doesn't it?
It sure does.
So Michael, Alexis, you've got 1 minute. What else do you want to tell us?
So, do you want to tell them who can be members?
Ah,
Anybody?
Well, I mean, essentially, yes. You can, if you'd like to sponsor people, active duty members can be involved, retired, Air Force can be involved. Basically, anybody in the community.
So there's 3 tiers.
Yes.
There is the AFSA tier, which is going to be your active duty, Air National Guard, Air Reserve components. Then you've got your associate members, who are anybody that's active duty or sympathizes or in any way related to federal or DOD. Then you have your family. Those are the dependents. Those are the people that are linked and connected with military members and those sort of service.
Join up.
Join
Michael,
up.
Alexis, thank you very much for coming.
and I gotta say, you guys are our heroes.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Appreciate that.
Wow. How'd you know? Is there a mirror over there?
What? Well,
Did
Kenny
you
and I,
get
we
6
like
seconds?
this. We're like this.
Cool.
Kenny and I know.
He gave you a look.
I have a